Hello everyone and welcome to this short demo video about the DYCE Cockpit app. My name is Leon Ludwig. I'm a software developer here at Singhammer IT Consulting. And in this video, I will show you how to set up your own cockpit tiles, how to apply filters and date filters, and how to change the style of the tile based on how many entries or how many actual records fall into that tile. So let's start with a short explanation. The cockpit, as you can see here, is an extension of the role center, basically of a lot of role centers that Microsoft already provides. So if we go to My Settings, you can see we're currently in the role of the sales order processor, but we also have a lot of other roles that are possible and that are also configurable with the DYCE Cockpit. So maybe let's switch to the role of an accountant, press OK, and wait for the system to load. And then we will start setting up our first tile. All right, so now we're in the accountant role center, which looks a little bit different, as you can see, but nonetheless, we will have the cockpit available as the very first part of the role center. If we click on this little arrow and press Manage List, we can start to add tiles. Let's start off with a very simple tile and use a filter preset. So this basically, let's use the job filter preset. This basically fills out all the necessary fields as a starting point. We will change the description to my project. The table job is correct, which will soon be called project. The page jobs is also correct, and the filter no is something that we want to change because we want to have my projects. So I will apply a filter to all the project records, and I want them to be filtered by the project manager, which is in this case admin, which is the current user I'm using. And now we close that list. We can see a tile has been added. There is no name in there yet because we have to restart the application to make all the changes. All right, now you can see the tile, the new tile is there. We click on it and we will see the job list or the project list and filtered on all the records where we are the project manager, as you can see here. Great. So now let's get a little bit more into filtering. We will add another cockpit tile. We will use the filter preset sales quotes. And what we now want to do is we want to have a tile which shows us all the sales quotes that will expire within the next 3 days and that are assigned to our user. So we would call it my sales quote. Let's say expiring soon, something like 3 days. All right, so if we close this right now, you can see, okay, we also have to restart again. But as you already saw, there are 11 documents that fall into that filtering because we have not applied any filter yet. So it's basically just the complete list of sales quote. And now we want to apply our own filters. So as you can see, there is already a filter applied. Obviously, the document type has to be quote. But now we also want to have the assigned user ID to be admin. We can close again, and you can see now it's only 3 entries or 3 records that fall into that range. And now on top of that, we want to apply a date filter. So for that, we first have to pick the date field that we want to filter on. So if you open that drill down, you can see all the fields that are part of the sales header record, which are date fields. So we can filter on them. And I would say the quote valid until date is the perfect date field. We choose that. And here we actually put in our filter. So we say we want all the quotes that are valid until today, or like the time span from today until today plus 3 days, if that makes sense. Now we close it and we can see there are no soon expiring sales quotes. So I will quickly just modify one of those sales quotes and put in the quote valid until, let's say, tomorrow. And yeah, assigned user is admin. So this quote now should show up in our tile. Perfect. And now maybe because that's something important, we can also change the style of this tile. And then you have the low range style, the middle range style, and the high range style. So basically the low range style is as soon as the number of entries in that tile is lower than the threshold 1, it will apply this style. As soon as it's lower than the threshold 2, but higher than the threshold 1, it will apply one of those styles, or this style. And as soon as it's higher than the threshold 2, it will apply this style. So let's just put them all to unfavorable except the first one, and let's put the threshold to 1. So if we now exit, this tile is still blue, which is not what I wanted to do. Let's do it like this and like this. So now it should be red. All right. So now you can see we have configured our own tiles. We can apply filtering, we can apply date filters, we can also apply more complex formulas, and we can also change the style of the tiles based on how many entries are in there. And with that, I would say we leave it for today. And in the next video, I will show you how to make use of the DYCE Smart Workflow tool in combination with the DYCE Cockpit app. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye.